Hi, welcome back to my channel, Open the Door. This is episode 38, Unlocking Your Discernment. So here's some words that mean basically the same thing as discernment, just to give you a better idea of what it is. Insight, perception, acumen, discrimination, judgment, wisdom, astuteness, and awareness. And overall, discernment means understanding the subtle differences and complexities in situations. So discernment is our natural inclination and a learned skill through our life experiences and reflections. Discernment means carefully evaluating our choices, situations, or people to make wise, thoughtful, and informed decisions. One of the main benefits of using discernment is that it causes us to be thoughtful and perceptive and not impulsive in our interactions and responses to others. Using discernment promotes integrity. It upholds our values and ethics by making choices that are aligned with our principles, and it enhances our decision making through thoughtful decisions and informed decisions. Using discernment helps us to avoid pitfalls because it helps us to identify potential risks or deceptive situations. And positive outcomes come through the use of discernment, where we have fewer regrets because we're being more thoughtful in our interactions. Using discernment fosters personal growth. It hones our critical thinking skills, our intuition, and our judgment. And also using discernment builds trust with others. So my last two episodes have dealt with, there was the power of words, of course, 2 episodes ago. And the last episode I did was responding and reacting. I had to look it up. I couldn't remember. I've done so many episodes. But today's episode on discernment does tie into our use of words and how we respond or react to situations. And I had mentioned a while back, a couple episodes ago, that I was going to tie in these 3 episodes. And I'm going to do that right now by talking about how to use discernment when we're speaking. So I know you've heard this before, think before you speak. It's not as easy as it sounds. I know I'm very guilty of just blurting things out without really having thoughtful consideration before I speak. So when we can reflect on the purpose and the potential outcomes of a situation by thinking before we speak, we can increase our discernment. Using discernment when we're speaking includes being clear and concise and avoiding unnecessary or overly complex language. It involves listening actively and showing respect and taking time to respond appropriately. We should always consider our audience to use our discernment. We want to suit their background, knowledge, and emotional state. Using empathy and respect is an aspect of using our discernment by acknowledging different perspectives and avoiding belittling or cutting another down for having a different perspective of ours. Using nonverbal clues can be an aspect of discernment when we're mindful of our body language, our facial expression, our tone of voice, and our eye contact. And it's important to use timing when we're using our discretion. So choose an appropriate time, especially if it's a sensitive or a difficult situation that might require a private setting to address whatever the situation is with the other person. So avoid assumptions when you're using your discernment, and don't just assume that others know your point of view or assume that you understand their point of view. So ask questions to clarify any misunderstanding between yourself and another. And always important to stay calm and maintain respectful and a productive dialogue. And by stopping to think before we speak is the number 1 step towards using our discernment. So here's some daily life situations that require our use of discernment. When we might be choosing between 2 job offers, or when there's an investment opportunity, risk versus returns. When we're choosing our friends or partners, we want to use our discernment to determine whether their character and their values are compatible with ours. Another daily life situation that might require discernment would be in medical treatment options and considering the benefits, the risks, the side effects, and the cost. Another example would be when we're Faced with a physical move, maybe changing locations for a new job or to travel or retirement. When we're evaluating information and critically, looking at sources of news, online content, research studies, use your discernment. Don't take everything as a matter of fact. Use your discernment and your intelligence and your wisdom to differentiate between what's being dished out and where the truth lies. So, ways to practice discernment. Number one, with reflective thinking. Evaluate your beliefs and your values and your priorities. Another way to practice discernment is through research and analysis, gathering relevant information through reading and asking questions. Seek multiple perspectives and then critically analyze the information. Another way to practice discernment is through consultation, getting advice from trusted mentors, friends, or experts. Using mindfulness is definitely a form of discretion. It helps us through our decision making and brings us more clarity, and also helps us to be more aware of our thoughts and our impulses and emotions. Learning from experience, reflecting on past decisions and their outcomes can help us to use more discernment as we reflect on these things and identify where our successes lie and where our mistakes were made. And setting boundaries. Discernment in action is when we set clear boundaries in relationships that align with our values and priorities. So discernment is important because it fosters personal growth. It builds trust in our relationships with others. It helps us to avoid pitfalls by being more thoughtful and considerate before making decisions or responding in a situation. And it helps to promote our use of integrity and standing in our values and ethics. So this is our lesson for today on discernment. I hope you all have been doing well. It's been a whole week since I've recorded a video. I've been pretty busy with music stuff. But I haven't forgot you. I'm going to keep putting videos out for those of you who are returning to watch. Thank you so much. And for any new subscribers, welcome to my channel. So have a great day. Be well. I wish you peace, love, and light as always. And I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.